What's up, people? It's Ryan. I want to talk about one time a few days ago. Me and my buddy John were driving. We drove to this park, and off to the side of this park there was this path, and it was like a dirt path through the grass. It wasn't even dirt. You could just see how someone had been through there, like on a truck or something, and had made a path through the grass. And I was on at the same park earlier, the previous day or the same day or something like that. And I thought about going down the path, but I was like, I don't really want to. I don't feel comfortable going down this path. I was by myself, and so basically I was kind of scared to go down it. But when I was with John, I was like, "Hey, dude, you want to go down this path?" He was like, "Sure." So I turned on the grass and then got on the path. And as soon as we got on the path, John like literally got hit with like revelation, just like poof. He was like, "Oh!" And he got hit with like revelation from the Lord. And the whole evening, God was just speaking through John. And the significance of that is that God wants us to go on paths where we don't know where they go. And that's very significant. As a lot of times we see paths and stuff and we don't know we don't know. We just don't know. There's a path, but we just don't know. And God wants us to take these paths. And He gives us these paths because it's all about trusting Him. It's all about glorifying Him. It's about surrendering to Him. And so that's the first thing that I wanted to share, is that God wants us to take paths that we don't know where they go. And then today I was hanging out with John and Michael, and there was a lot of revelation. The Spirit was really teaching us all kinds of crazy stuff, and we were all excited and stuff. And I could tell John was kind of just like, he was excited, but he was just like, okay, God wants us to do this, but how do we do it? When do we do it? When's it going to happen? What are we, all these questions. And I could see that he was having this, and it's kind of like an anxiety. It's kind of like a worry. And I saw that, and I was just like, And I felt like the Lord spoke to me about the path thing again. And He was saying something to the extent of, the Lord will tell you when to turn, where to turn. So basically your job is just to get on the daggone path. That's it. And then He's going to tell you what's next. Like, He's going to tell you step by step. Kind of like your GPS does. Like, your GPS doesn't tell you how. It doesn't give you all the directions at one time. It doesn't tell you how all these turns at one time. It tells you step by step by step. It doesn't give you sometimes it gives you a preview of the next step. Or it'll tell you about like a roadblock and if you need to reroute, all this stuff. And God, He was telling me, and I shared with John to try to give him some peace. I was like, God tells us when to take the turn. That GPS one just came up to my head right now. And I was thinking about the path thing earlier when I was making this food. And we've been doing a lot of driving recently, just driving around our county, just exploring the county. Just all the limits of the county, we're just exploring our county. And we've been doing a lot of cool stuff. And we've been driving like a significant amount, like hours and hours and hours and hours. Like, this is all we do is drive. And we occasionally get out, but we're just driving the whole time. For weeks and weeks we've been doing this. And God, He just was kind of telling me just now that you're like the car. Like we're to see ourselves as like the car, and he's the one driving, and he's the one doing. He actually, God is God is like the vehicle. He's the engine. He's everything to do with that thing, and he's the one controlling it. And so, uh, and and so we're the body. We're his body. We're the body of God, and he tells us, and so we're just like his vehicle, and it's a mindset to where you don't have to worry about where you're going because you're not the one making your own path. You're not the one making your own life. God is making his life through you. And he's the one who's directing you and steering you. He's the one doing everything. And he's equipped you. He's given you your body. He's given you the engine. He's given you everything that we need. He supplies. And he wants us to live in this place to where we're not questioning, we're not worried about where we're going. You know, it's just like imagine like if your car spoke to you, just like where are we going? Where are we going? And the whole time the car was speaking to you, just like where are we going? Where are we going? When are we turning? When are we doing this? When are we doing that? You know, that would get really kind of annoying. Not saying that God's getting annoyed us, but this is the peace that he wants us to live in. It's that literally God creates our life. That's according to his word. And so his word says the word became flesh. This is what's happening in our life. Is that we are being changed into the likeness of Jesus, and everywhere we go, we can just rest in the presence of his love, where God is presently in us, and we're in him, and there's nothing that can separate this. There's nothing that can separate us from his love, which is in us. So we don't have to worry about nothing in our life. He is our life, and so we are free. We're completely free, carefree, free from the concern of this world, from man, from everything. And so this is what he wants us to. This is the kind of like the analogy he was giving me. It's like, hey, you're the car, you're my body, and I'm inside you, and I'm driving you. So just you get to see where we're going. I get to take you places, you know, and you're gonna have a lot of fun. So yep, that's it.